Yeah, U3, live from the underground.
Yo, it's your girl DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and you tune in to U3 Underground Unsigned and Unknown. And we have a special guest in the building tonight. We have Ben the Monster. What up? What up?
What's going on? What's going on? How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm out here on the grind doing my thing, representing Dope Pusher Movement. We all over Texas doing our thing right now. We're definitely on the grind.
Tell people what dope pusher music is for people who don't know.
Okay, Dope Pusher Movement is owned by my boy Rich Life. I manage. I also am an artist, and he's an artist, and we sit here and we're bringing back that I want to say that Jeezy, that Gucci Man type flavor of the streets, mixed with some Texas, and we're doing a lot of different things for the city of Seguin. We're trying to put our city on the map right now.
How is it being from Seguin? Because Seguin, sometimes you hear good stuff, sometimes you hear a lot of not so good stuff about the weather. You know.
Well, I've been from Seguin all my life, so I know pretty much everybody down there. I did go do some time in federal prison, state prison, and stuff like that. I was out the game. I've been rapping since I was 15. The thing about Seguin, we got our different wave. We began banging Screw back in '95. My boy R.I.P. Miguel and Bert and my boy Luis, man, they brought Screw tapes to us, and then we started going from there. We started off freestyling in the back of my house, barbecuing, throwing on an instrumental, and that's how I got into rap. I met a guy when I was 16 working at Walmart named Philip, Mr. Chaos. He recorded my first song. I think my first song was when the Blue and Yellow Purple Pills by Eminem, D12. That was my first track freestyle that I did, and then that was from Apple TV, the Apple computers with the green screen and all that. That's how back far in the game I go. So that's how
Okay.
we've been doing it.
Go back. Now I
Yeah,
know a lot of artists nowadays have been, especially during this quarantine. I know a lot of artists have been getting their albums and EPs chopped and screwed. I noticed that slowly making a comeback. How important is it for people to
yeah,
know the history of that? Because a lot of artists they always like to listen to the music, but they really don't know the history of it.
yeah. Well, see, ever since I began listening to it, man, when DJ Screw was around, um, we were listening to it from the Gray tapes. We would go to Music Mania here in Austin, and we would pick up Gray tapes, or we would go to Sundance in San Marcos, and we would pick up Gray tapes every week, every Friday. That's where you will find us. We'll be skipping school, and we would go straight over there and pick up brand new Gray tapes because we already knew they were coming in, and that's the lifestyle we're living. Um, Jordans with some creased down pants, they gotta be creased right. If not, you ain't representing. And it took a lot. We would go to San Antonio and people would tell us our CD players broken, our tape players broken. The way that we were dressing was a little bit different compared to everybody else. They hadn't caught that Houston vibe yet. It took them a couple of years to get that. We used to be out there military, just chilling, jamming Screw. A whole bunch of us from Seguin be out there just posted up and enjoying life on Military Drive.
Now I know you are considered an OG in the music industry since you've been doing it for a long time. What advice do you have for the younger artists trying to get in? And why do you feel like there's a disconnect between the older generation and the new generation?
It's everybody's sound. Everybody brings something different to the table. If we would all understand that not everybody can bring the turkey, but people can bring the mashed potatoes, the gravy, the rolls, and all of that, we can all eat. We can all eat lovely at the same table. There's no reason to judge or pass judgment on somebody's type of music because we all in this. We all trying to eat off the same table, off the same plate. So we all trying to do this all in the same way. A lot of people approach it different. For me, it was coming out the hood, getting out of hustling, staying out of prison. Quit having to pack guns, quit having to do all these things. You know, to move my family to a better environment than what it is. Some people didn't get raised like that. Some people come different, but they're speaking pretty much the same thing, or they viewed it from a different angle and they want to express how they viewed it.
Now I know younger and younger artists are getting into the music game, but also younger and younger artists are dying in the music industry. What do you feel like we can do, or what needs to happen for that to change?
I feel like these streets ain't for everybody. Get in and get out. That's what you got to do. The game is not forever. Always put money aside. I'm close to 40 years old, and I'm barely getting my first distribution deal. I've been doing this since I was 15. Yes, I did go and do time and all that, but that was time lost, and now I have to make up with it, and I have to make it up in a hurry. The streets is not for everybody. Come out here, hustle your CD, hustle your music, tell your story, and get out. That's what you got to do.
But I'm happy that you're still making music. That's good. 'Cause, some people would have just probably gave up. But I'm happy you didn't give up. Now, are you looking to manage any artists? Put any artists under your wing? Do you have any artists you're managing right now?
Well, I manage Dope Pusher Movement. Everybody on our label, I pretty much manage. We sit here and we maneuver as a whole. After that, we go ahead and I'm not pursuing any artists because I have other things I do outside of just music. Music is one of my full-time jobs. I also help manage a boxer, Ruru Santiago. Shouts out to him. He's definitely a super heavyweight. He's about to come back next month and get in that ring and handle his business. So I do that. Plus, I also have my 9 to 5 because I can't leave the money on the table. I got to keep getting it every which way possible.
What are your thoughts on the San Antonio sound back in the day and now? A lot of people say San Antonio doesn't have a sound.
Yeah, I respect San Antonio. I've always loved their sound. They have different cultures due to the military town, city that it is. So everybody brings a different vibe, a different agenda to the table. And that's something that's like a pot of gumbo. Everybody brings something to the table. Everybody
Yeah.
brings something to the pot. And they do things very successfully. And that's what I like about them. Like you have little Yoda out there doing his thing. You got Livola that just came home.
Yeah.
You have Kali that's been doing it for years. You got the Army that's been doing it for years. Blackout, he's doing his single thing. He's definitely getting out there. He was just in Houston. He's been out here grinding. There's so many people in the city that are being overlooked by the city themselves that the city needs to take a closer look and understand the talent that they have in there.
Yeah. Now, I don't know why my mind just went blank. We all have those moments. We just had to pay for it. But yeah, shout out to the artists who's been doing their thing. I like that from day one. Now, okay. So now I know what I was going to ask you. Since that you grew up in an era where we had to push CDs out the trunk of your car and doing promotion on the street, and nowadays a lot of promotion is media-wise. How do you feel like the hustle still works, or that's totally gone?
No, the street hustle is definitely there because people have to leave their homes if they don't DoorDash or they don't favors. They have to go places. And
Yeah.
that's the best time to hustle. You always need to be on your hustle. You always need to be on your grind. You always need to be represented. Every time you go somewhere, they got to see what you represent, what you bring to the table. Every time. I have several different shirts from Dope Pusher Movement that I wear. Different things I promote. Exotic pop. I'm always sipping exotic pop everywhere I go. Stuff like that. So you always the out the trunk is definitely there still.
Now, since you are a manager and you manage a couple of artists, what are some top things that an artist should look for when trying to pursue a manager, when trying to get a manager? They won't get messed over, per se.
Please read your paperwork. If you don't have a lawyer, please try to find somebody. There's legal aids out here that'll definitely assist you. Always own your masters. Always sit here and try to own all your publishings. That's the main thing because at the end of the day, The managers are trying to get paid just like the artists. It's just they don't have the talent, and they're trying to sit here and pretty much get a dime off of everybody. Please always review what you're signing into. Remember, you only have one talent, one life, and one way to sign. And if you sign it wrong, you're definitely going to be caught up in the wrong position at the end of the day. And people will make money off of you all day if they can.
How has this COVID been treating you? I know we've been on lockdown. Has it stopped you from making music? You still making music?
No, COVID's been assisting a lot better because due to COVID, now people have more free time. They're more on the internet, they're more on Facebook, they're more on Instagram, social media. You put your music out there, they're definitely taking a listen. They don't have a lot of things to do. So it's definitely assisting a lot of artists. If you promote it right and you handle the situation correctly, it can work to your favor. Music, definitely we're recording more music. Rich Life got a new mixtape coming out, and then I got my album that's going to be coming out in January, and I'm gonna have a mixtape prior to that coming out. So we're definitely recording a lot of music. We got a video coming out within the next couple of weeks, and we got a lot of things coming.
You have a title for your album coming out?
Yes, Dust Off the Crown.
Oh,
Dust Off the Crown is something that I thought of a long time ago. Whenever I was young, I was in prison. I used to sit there in my cell. People would sit there and tell me I would come home and I'm gonna flip burgers. I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna sell. And a lot of things when I was in prison was being told to me. I came home. I came on the grind. I joined a group. I opened a radio station. I did many different hustles at one time. And now with Dope Pusher Movement, we're definitely sitting here. We're definitely doing our thing now.
do you feel like radio is not the way it used to be? You know how radio used to support the underground artists? Do you feel like they still do?
Yes, the radio is no longer how it used to be. The difference between San Antonio and Houston is San Antonio's radio station that's on FM is owned by somebody in California. It's not owned locally. Whenever I did my research and working with them prior, I found out that I had to contact somebody in California just to get a rotation. I had to contact somebody in California just to get their truck to come out to an event or to speak with any of the DJs. A lot of the Houston scene is locally owned, or they're in Houston where they can easily grasp the person they need to talk to, pull them to the side, and handle their business. San Antonio is a lot different. It's a lot difficult, but that opens a lot of doors for underground radio like U3 and a lot of different stations for the internet and that have FM that can sit here and bring a lot of artists and put them on that stage and put them out there for people to understand and listen to their music and see what they're about.
Seeing that you manage a lot of artists, how do you know who to push and who's not to push, or when to push their music? How do you manage all that? And plus the other stuff you do.
Well, so what I basically do is I sit here and I review the music. Like Rich Life just recorded a video for Get to the Money. As soon as I heard it, I knew it was a hit. We need to push it. We need to shoot a video. We need to begin to start going this way. A lot of things that artists need to understand is when your time comes, be prepared. When it's not your time, you need to sit here and you need to strategize and prepare to play on the board of chess. Because once you get on there, you need to bring your A game and you need to handle your business. Because the game eventually ends.
I like that. Now, since you've been in the game for a while, what's the best advice someone has given you that stuck with you?
Never give up, because it took a lot of artists when they were in their mid 30s, younger 40s, just to get a deal, just to be put on. They grind all through their 20s, half of their 30s, and then they finally got something. They finally accomplished something. So don't give up. There's somebody out there that likes your music. There's somebody out there that'll listen to your sound. You just have to find it.
I agree. You heard it straight from his mouth. Never give up. We have Ben the Monster on U3. Before we let you go, where can people check you out, your music, your label, your clothing line, all that?
So Dope Pusher Movement, Ben the Monster, Rich Life, 60 Havoc, man. Free 60 Havoc. He's doing a bid right now. We're waiting for him to come home. We're definitely all over the place. YouTube, iTunes. We're on Spotify. We're everywhere. We're everywhere you could think of. We're gonna be at. We're gonna be there. And if we're not there, trust me, we'll be there eventually. Because we steadily moving. We steadily moving.
I know you mentioned that you have T-shirts. Are you adding more? Like, have you done the face mask yet and all that?
Yes. I have my own right now, which has been the Monster Dope Pusher Benny, aka.
Okay.
I have my shirt, 360 Havoc. I got numerous of shirts coming out. We got hoodies, jerseys. We got numerous of things coming out, beanies. We're definitely working with somebody very close to me to bring all of that closely to everybody, stores in San Antonio's and different places where y'all can find it. Definitely.
I like that. You heard it straight from his mouth. Make sure you go ahead and check him out. Dope Pusher Movement. You do not want to miss it. They have dope artists, and he's a dope artist himself. And he has a lot of advice he can give you younger artists too. So if you feel like you just need some advice, hit him up, and he will definitely help you out with some advice. Now, you make sure you check him out. Google him. Check out the music. You won't be disappointed. This you go, DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and we are signing out.
Yeah. Rich Life. Mr. Dope Pusher moving his goddamn self. Yeah. What up, Monster? What up, Hendrix? What up, Draco? Trill Roll? 360 Halves. Raise up off of it. These fuck boys hide and beat. That's fajitas, let's feast. We break bread, enough said, last supper, let's eat. Our whole life we face defeat. We from the belly of the beast. We some round table niggas, you ain't worthy of a seat. I'm so tired of ballin', lick steady callin', state to state getting cake, interstate haulin'. Rental place from different states, we do this shit often. You say you be benching weight, can't push or start talking. 6 black coffins like Rick and Rose. Fuck a plug, I'm in the socket cause I fuck with Jose. First 50 pack, double that to a 4-way. Bought a Byzantine chain, a pint of drink and a throwaway. In the field, nigga, I'm swinging and I'm fighting. I'm trying to be a legend like it's Clash of the Titans. I'm a real street fighter, dark skin and bison. She keep nibbling on my ear like she can't focus Tyson. Red dot made his head pop cause I ain't really like him. I'm a walk up headshot, no need for me to snipe him. Red dot make his head pop cause I don't really like him. I'm a walk up headshot, no need for me to snipe him, nigga. I'm so tired of ballin', cause there's too many switches in my mix. I'm so tired of ballin', cause there's too many switches in my mix. Raise up off of this.
Heavy dripping grain, switching lane to lane, riding I-10 with a trunk full of things. Got to hit the spot, drop it in the pot. Open up the shop, man, I'm trying to see a knot. Last weekend was 10, this week is 15. Rosie around my neck while I hit up the game. Chasing ghetto dreams, Lincoln 83s. The world is mine on every motherfucking screen. Roll another blunt, that pat in the trunk. While a freaky bitch gobbles up my nuts. Big ass tits, fat fucking butt. That's how I like him and you already know what's up. Thought I fell off, hell to the gnaw. Still in this hole, still 830, still for high road, riding for the real, lobster fucking meal, 3 deep real.